Hey everybody, my name is Jim Farmer. I'm the festival director of Out on Film, Atlanta's LGBTQ film festival. This is our 35th anniversary film festival, and we have some amazing programming this year. In the new film, So Damn Easygoing, 18-year-old Joanna needs her ADHD meds to keep her mind in order. When she can no longer afford her medication, she must get creative in her hunt for money. In the midst of this, she meets charming and confident Audrey. Out on Film is screening the film Friday, September 23rd at 7 p.m., followed by a streaming period. Please welcome the director of the film, Christoffer Sandler.
Thank you very much. Very nice to be here on Zoom.
Thank you for joining. This is such an amazing film, and it's gotten acclaim pretty much all over the world.
Yeah, but thank you very much. I'm just very happy that people respond to it and can enjoy it. That's like it's an amazing feeling too, especially like overseas and like other places and only here in Sweden. So it feels great.
How did this project come up?
The project came about for me. I actually came on the project a little later than like the producers. My producers, Annika and Erika, had this project going like in development for a while. And then they came in contact with me to see if I was interested, and I like pretty much responded very well to, first of all, being a love story. I'm like a sucker for love stories, basically. And also I was really interested in the ADHD aspect of it, to see what you can like do with that, like visually and creative. And yeah, that was pretty much it. And like, it sparked my interest, no doubt.
That's great. How much research did you do for the project?
I did some, especially on the ADHD diagnosis. I like, even though like, especially now when I like read up on it, it's very possible that I have ADHD myself. I don't know, like, because it's very like a lot of the most common like symptoms of what you say are very like, you see it everywhere pretty much. So it was very important to make it like distinct in that sense, that like Joanna has like a more aggressive version, if you can say that, if you understand what I mean. But like I did some interviews with a lot of people, and I got some really good insight, especially well, I researched like, of course it's hard for them to explain it because they've had it like their whole life, so they don't like can see it. It's not like an on and off button you can like, this is what it is with and without. But they gave me a lot of like good references for, like, I asked them a lot about safe spaces and stuff, like where do you feel safe, do you like, what's the worst like place to be for you, like when you feel like this. And yeah, it was a great like eye-opener, and I used a lot of it like reference for the film also.
So the main character is Joanna, who's 18, and she's got a lot going on. Can you sort of talk a little bit about all that Joanna is going through as the film opens?
Yeah, sure. She's pretty much trying to run from her like living situation, or like her home problems, and she's not really like open to her surroundings. Like people, it's hard to get close to her. She pushes people away, and she sort of like self-medicates on her ADHD, like also with the medication, of course, but also with like having casual sex with her like fuck buddy, if you can say that, and also like to control her stress levels with, like, she feels very calm in like in water and swimming and stuff. So that's her like main issues pretty much. And but at home she has like a whole different scenario with her dad being very like, has a huge loss of energy, and he's in the middle of a depression since they lost Joanna's mom like a couple of years ago, and he hasn't like accepted that yet, and he's just like growing attached to the couch pretty much. So he's just stuck there, and she doesn't want to like burden him anymore, because she can see that he is very fragile, and like the littlest thing would maybe tip that over, and she doesn't want that. So she puts a lot on herself that she basically in the end can't handle.
this sounds like a film when you first read about it that could appear to be heavy. But what I loved about the film is that it's not. It's very playful and it's very upbeat. Can you talk about, the tone you wanted to achieve when you started making this?
Yeah, absolutely. I like, I really wanted Joanna to be front and center, pretty much, and that's like very much the film we made. She's in like every scene basically, and it's like the world is experienced from her point of view, pretty much. So I wanted it very fast paced, and also like you could get all these like impressions, like you can enhance all the impressions around her, and also it's like I wanted to do like, especially in Sweden, we have like, especially when it comes to like youth dramas and like teen stories, they usually are very heavy and it's like very gritty and stuff. And I just wanted to make something that was not that, and also like feel like also the lighter side of being young, pretty much. When you had those like long nights that never seem to end, and like those moments when you were feeling really good, you felt like really good, and those are the memories you have when you get older. You remember those like great nights and great moments. But so it's very like lighthearted in that sense, but I also didn't want to shy away from eventually like handling the deeper subjects also. Like it's very serious, like depression is a very serious thing. Like her father suffers from depression, and also I didn't want to like use the ADHD only for like a comedy gimmick or something. Also, like this is like it's ADHD is very like personal for people. Like everybody experiences it differently, pretty much, and it kind of enhances your personality in a sense. So, and she is already a very outgoing person, and like I just wanted to I wanted to show that this is not like her favorite thing in the world, like being this, like having these feelings she can't control. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll, yeah, like back to the tone of the film, I also like, I'm a huge fan of enhancing like the visuals and the story. So yeah, I try to put some of those elements in, and like have a pretty clear musical score that is like in the middle of like a dream like type of like sound, and also had this like distortion to it, because I felt like that's very much Joanna's personality. Like there's something rusty and like rumbling sound like she experiences. So I wanted it to be like a feel good, but also not super clean, if that makes sense.
Exactly. Christopher, were there any inspirations for the film? Any films that inspired you?
I've actually gotten this question before, and I can't say that there's a particular movie or film, but of course you take inspiration from a lot of things. Like there's probably a movie or a film that I've seen that subconsciously I've been like, this is the way to go. But I would say like, instead of a specific film, it's more like music and stuff that inspired me during this process. Like I immediately like made this playlist and just thought about the scenes, and in the end I found this great song that is used like in the middle of the film, like kind of works as the anthem in the end, like this end credit song also, just to find that like beat to just the like the heartbeat of the movie.
Yeah. I have to ask you about your lead actress, Nikki Hanselblatt. I mean, she's absolutely amazing, and she has. I mean, this is a really difficult role. Can you sort of talk about finding her?
Yeah, sure. First of all, yeah, I agree. She is so super amazing in this, and it's also like her first time acting ever. So she never aspired to be an actress or anything. She just like pretty much came into the audition like through the back door, since it was this like weird thing that one of our producers found her like on a video on Instagram, since she was like following her mom or something on the Instagram account. and she just got this great feeling of her, like she has a great energy and a great vibe. And then it turned out that that our casting director actually knew Nikki from way before, like they have like friends in common or they know each other's families. So he asked her do you want to come in and audition? And she was like, for what? I don't know. I don't want to act. And then she finally came in, very loosely, knew the scenes or the script, but it didn't matter in the end because she was like, she had this like magnetism and like great energy. And it was like, because I always knew that I wanted Joanna to draw some energy from like the real person, or like not to act it out, pretty much like you get it, like this is who she is. And there's a lot of Nikki in this movie. Of course, we dial up the effects of it or whatever, but so it was a great combination, just her being able to like improvise on the spot if necessary, just made it a whole lot easier, and also made the dialogue more fluid throughout the film also. So I couldn't be happier, because at one point I was like, we're not going to find Joanna. It's like that this person I'm searching for doesn't exist. But then she came around, and she was like, I wouldn't say she had like a I don't give a fuck attitude, but she was like, it was something about that she didn't like go for the part that that also was very interesting. But she was like, yeah, I can do this, but like I'm not gonna cry if I don't get it. But like that turned pretty quickly, because when she finally got it, she was like screaming on the phone and like super happy about it. And like I think she actually got like an interest for it now. Like she's absolutely open to do more stuff and act again.
That's wonderful. That's
yeah,
wonderful. Yeah. I love the relationship between Joanna and Audrey, because kids can be really mean, especially at that age. And Audrey represents, Audrey offers such support and comfort and not judgment to Joanna. Can you talk about that relationship?
Yeah, absolutely. The whole idea is to like show Joanna this new perspective on life, pretty much, and and the message is like basically that you're definitely enough. You don't have to pretend, and Audrey gives that comfort, but it's also very scary for Joanna, because this means that she has to open up, and maybe when she does, Audrey's gonna just leave her, because like she says at some point in the movie, Joanna is like, I don't know what kind of person I am, but I know that I don't like that person, pretty much. And that's basically her biggest issue in the film, as a character. And Audrey is like, but she likes that person. She's drawn to her, and it's because she is very like special in a way. Like she's funny. She's just like has this great energy. It's like, of course, who wouldn't want to hang around her, pretty much.
Exactly. Christoffer, you won a huge award from Frameline this year. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was awesome.
Yeah. So what's next, Jimmy? This film obviously has been making the rounds all year. It's gotten such huge acclaim. What are you working on next?
Right now, it's I have this like next feature idea that me and my like writing partner have like developed a script for, like a first rough version, and it's like a very different thing. It's not a love story, or it's more of like it has comedy elements, but it's more of like, it also has like horror elements. So I'm very excited to jump in the genre thing, because I'm a huge genre fan also. Nice. So yeah, that's my main focus right now. So like in a like, I would be so happy if that ever took off, of course, but we'll see.
Will So Damn Music going to eventually be available on digital and on demand, DVD?
I hope so. Maybe like because really want to have the DVD myself, pretty much. But also, as like VOD would be perfect. I would love to reach a broader audience, because I already know that like a lot of people appreciate it, like because of a lot of its themes and everything, and I just want to make it available for people. That would be the best thing. But that's pretty much out of my hands. It's distribution, and so
Exactly.
I can shout on them how much, but they won't change their minds if they have a plan for it. So
Exactly. The film is so damn easygoing. It screens at Adult Film Friday, September 23rd at 7 p.m. at the Midtown Arts Cinema, followed by a brief streaming period. The director is Christoffer Sandler. This is an amazing film. Thank you so much for the film, and thanks so much for talking to us today.
absolutely, thank you for having me.
You have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Bye.